Hey there, we're live here at the NASA Social for Artemis Day at Michoud's Rocket Assembly Facility, and I'm here with Aron Hozman from the Plum Brook Station Testing NASA site, and I would love to learn more about what you do, Aron.
Sure, great.
Okay, so tell me, what is it that you do at the Plum Brook Station?
Well, I am the test lead for the vibration and the acoustic test facilities. These are fairly new test facilities that were built and finished in 2011. They were funded specifically for the Orion program, but we have also tested other spacecraft for companies such as SpaceX in between the government testing.
Is it true that the Orion capsule is currently there undergoing testing?
Yes, if you can bring your camera over here, you can see the Artemis 1 mission right here, which is the Orion vehicle, and underneath the Orion crew module is the service module that will supply oxygen and electricity to the astronauts.
Awesome. And how long do you plan on having the capsule at your facility?
Well, this test that it's in Plum Brook right now is specifically for thermal vacuum testing and for electromagnetic emission and susceptibility. So it'll be under thermal vacuum testing for 2 months, starting next week. And after that, the chamber will be reconfigured for electromagnetic radiation, sort of like a large microwave, to make sure that the electronics can hold up to whatever mission it is subjected to.
Here's kind of an off-the-wall question. Do you know what kind of power is being emitted to do that type of electromagnetic testing?
Well, I know it's in the gigahertz range, but I don't exactly know the wattage per se.
Got it. Kind of like Back to the Future, trying to get Marty back to 1991.
Well, we are a one-stop shop facility here where we can do thermal vacuum testing, electromagnetic radiation emission, susceptibility, and the mechanical vibration facility for shaking, and also exposure to acoustics. The acoustics and the vibration more or less majority emulates the launch environment itself, the severe launch environments.
Okay, so now here's a more personal question. Talk to me about your background in education and how you came to be here doing what you do.
Well, that's a little bit of a sordid story, but I'll give you the highlights. I really loved math when I was, ever since I was a kid, and I had a telescope when I was a kid, and I always loved staring at stars and things like that. But math took me into the field of acoustics. So then I studied electrical engineering in undergrad, and then I went to graduate school to specialize in engineering acoustics. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to go into acoustics. First it was architectural acoustics, then I did some underwater acoustics, I did automotive acoustics. But my niche, really my home, is working with spacecraft. I really feel this is where I want to be, with unique hardware, things like that.
Awesome. Now, if you were talking to a middle schooler, a high schooler, that thought they might want to go into the field that you're in, what would you encourage them to do and or study or pursue?
Well, as everybody will tell you, you got to do the math. It's one math problem at a time, but everything's a building block. You got to enjoy what you do. That's probably the most important thing. I love science. I like to know how things work, the nitty-gritty of things. I just don't want to take things for granted how things work. I want to really understand so I can talk to a lot of people and break it down into in layman's terms a lot. I enjoy when I can see expression in people's faces going, the light bulbs are clicking, I understand now.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking time for us today. Do you do tours of your facility?
Yes, we do.
And you're down in the Cleveland area, right?
We're 50 miles west of Cleveland in a little town called Sandusky, which is mostly famous for
Cedar Point.
Yes.
Yeah, see, my kids in Michigan know that. Give a shout out to Cedar Point.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Aron.
It's been my pleasure.